Alright, welcome back everybody to another exciting episode of Heiner Builds Your Ride. Today we've got a 2022 Toyota Hilux. We've built into a mine spec vehicle and we'll run through the installation. But before we do that, let's cue the intro. Alright, I'll run through everything we've done in the engine bay. So we've upgraded the standard alternator on this vehicle to a 140 amp Black Edition alternator. Just pumps out more charge that they require. We've got a 50 amp BCDC charger in the back, so we've upgraded the supply for that. We've done the full installation in the back, and what we've done in the front here, we've put the battery isolator here for disabling the vehicle, so that will turn the negative off and shut the vehicle down. We've put in the laser lamp linear 6 elites on the bull bar for a bit more spread vision, and we've put the ROK 180s on the bull bar. Really good light, really good for vision, so it brings up a whole bunch of light there to see where you're going. We've also installed 4 aerials on the bull bar. The customer's request had to have nothing on the roof. Goes into underground parking. We've got a restriction of 1.9 meters on this car, so we couldn't have anything on the roof. Couldn't have a mine bar, couldn't have any aerials, couldn't do anything. So we had to keep in mind that everything had to go on the bull bar, and we had to spread them out individually. So we've got our UHF GME one here. We've got our VHF Simoco aerial here. We've got our Selfire Go unit aerial just here. And we have our Iridium unit here for the Iridium satellite phone. Other than that, all you can see is the twin MIDI fuse holders on our custom brackets that we install for all power distribution, all labelled, easily accessible, and when a fuse blows or you have a problem with the fuse, you can quickly see what it is and where it goes. So the alternator we've installed and upgraded on this vehicle, we've put a 140 amp Black Series alternator in that one. So we've upgraded it from the standard unit to give more charge for all the requirements, because it has a 50 amp DC-DC charger in the back. Alright, from the front we can go through into the cab and show you all the installation we've done inside the cab. So opening up, we have installed the Towpro, a very good unit for trailer braking. Highly recommended. It's the only unit we'll use. It's a hideaway unit. Really slimline. All you get is the dial. Everything else is behind there. We've got all our driving lights through one switch, so all 4 driving lights are all through the one switch. When high beam is connected, driving lights turn on. When high beam is taken away, all driving lights are taken away. we've installed a key-on headlights on kit. So it's the Redarc key-on headlights on. So instantly, as soon as you get in and turn the ignition on, 10-second delay, bang, the headlights come on automatically. So that's another mining requirement that they want, the headlights on at all times. We've installed the laser lamp can modules, where it's a really good idea if you need a high beam trigger. A lot of the new vehicles with CAN bus, you can't just easily pick one up. So we have the laser lamp can module. It's all hidden away behind the dash, and that gives you an output instantly for a high beam, like going to the back of the headlight, but on some of the newer cars you can't do that. So they've got these CAN modules, which are really good and save you a lot of time and effort. Into the car a bit more, we've got our standard VHF handpiece, the Simoco unit, and the UHF handpiece as well. I'll show you where the Simoco is located in a little bit. We've got a comms switch, so they can still use their comms even when the car's off for emergencies, and they can continue using their satellite phone or the Selfie Go. Also with the beacon, we have the beacons designed, and when we installed the beacons on this one, because of our restriction before of nothing allowed above it, we've installed 6 of these slimline beacons all around the rear of it for 360-degree view of it. So there's one on each corner and 2 on the rear. So it gives it a full 360-degree view of beacons, which is a requirement that they will require to go on some sites. Along with the reverse buzzer that we put through, so the reverse buzzing doesn't go all the time when it's in reverse. Only if the beacons are activated, then the reverse buzzer will work. If not, it will still, reverse lights will come on, but your buzzers won't sound at all times. A really good thing if you just want to reverse in at home, and you don't want to wake all the neighbours up or anything like that with the buzzer, you don't have to have it on. That's pretty much the full installation. We've got the RAM mount as well in there with the USB and the USB-C connected with the new 45 watt USBs chargers that we have. Really good unit for faster charging. In the back here, we've got the comms units located underneath the rear seats. So we've got a Iridium Go unit just here, which is the satellite phone. And on the other one, I'll go around to the other side, we have the installation area for the Simoco with the quick release mount, which will get programmed on the mine site that they go to. So that's a VHF frequency two-way radio, specifically designed for different mine sites or different frequencies. It also has an external speaker here so that they can hear what's going on outside. So we're in here, the AC off-road unit. It's a really good unit. It's got maps and everything in it, Google functions. So in the apps that we install a tyre pressure monitoring system, where that will tell you the temperatures and the PSI on each tyre that you've got around the vehicle, and give you an alarm if there is a problem with one of the tyres, if it's leaking, it's gone down or something like that, so that you know instantly there's a problem rather than it going completely flat and you're not aware of it. So with the EC off-road unit, we go back out here, we've got all the standards like the radio, so we can listen to music like normal, and it's all integrated into the standard head unit, but it's an upgraded unit, so it's change of a fascia, but it's all the old features. Even your steering wheel remotes will work like normal, so everything works as they were. It's just a very good upgraded unit. So there is the rear camera that you can see to see what's going on behind you as you reverse, or hook up a trailer or what you want to see there. And then when you actually take it out of reverse, back to the stereo and what you were doing. So there's a buzzer indicating that one of the canopy doors are up, so you don't drive off with the door open. So the customer has requested on this vehicle to have a function. We have rear external speakers in the back of the canopy, so I want to listen to music while they're working hard in the back. The speakers from the sound will still continue through to the rear. The only little downfall we've found with that is if they're on a phone call through the car's Apple Play system, or connected through their phone, people will be able to hear them at traffic lights. There's conversation that's going on. So what we've done is installed some relays that actually cut the rear speakers when the doors are closed. So when the doors are open, the speakers work normally through the stereo, but when the doors are actually closed through a door trigger, it cuts the 2 speakers in the back. It doesn't have any effect in the cab because the speakers work as normal. So that's a good function, so people can't hear your conversation. If you pulled up at an intersection or something like that, set of traffic lights, they can hear in because you've got external speakers blaring. If they're up a bit louder for a conversation, they can hear the whole conversation. So we've integrated that into this system, which just makes it something a little bit cool. So we've got a fridge slide here. So we've got the 55 litre Luna fridge here on a fridge slide, so they can easy accessible. Perfect height. There. We've got our distribution board just up here, very similar to the 79 series that we do, with the Egon integrated with the 2000 watt Redarc inverter. We've got our dual fuse distribution, and we've got our Victron Smartshunt display screen as well. This one here has the BCDC 1250 unit in it. For upgraded, that's another reason why we upgraded the standard alternator on this vehicle. So it just gives it a bit more boost because we've got a 200 amp 175 amp discharge, lithium battery system in this one, all connected through the Egon board. Customer requested on this one internal work lights, so they're swivelable. So we can swivel these quite well to shine inside the cab or shine outside the cab with the switch on here. So the left lights are on the left lights, and then the right lights are on the other side. We also have the standard national lunar lights, really good light. Change it over to white. 3 different dimming functions, and then also the orange function as well. The customer has requested with this unit some gas detector modules, so we've made this plate up here at the back, which has a charging board off the inverter, so that they can charge gas detectors, and also they can utilise charging station down the back if they want to put their laptop out here or do anything there. We've also supplied the Nocco heavy duty jump starter kit, the GB70, really good one for starting in cars. They even start a V8, 2000 amps, really good unit. We recommend using these, and we've got this on charge constantly, so it's never going to be dull or dead when you need it, if you do need to jump start it, because obviously there's not a second battery to start this one. For limited room in the Hiluxes, this is a really good idea for, you know, a safety of get you home if your battery is flat. Cool. Underneath here, the ARB twin piston compressor with tank, all built in with a hose reel, so we can pump. You can take this around to each tyre and pump, get a fitting, pump up your tyres if required. That's the 80 amp version there. Really good unit. Light pumps away, goes really well. One of the best ones on the market that we found. Does the job. Pretty cool. Yeah, so this is like a table. So it's a table that comes down and it's on struts, so it easily just goes straight back up there. Little effort. So you just let the vise down, and then you can utilise it as a workstation with the table. You can work away as you're doing something, and then it packs away nice and easily for when you need to. You don't want to drive off with that hanging out. Just slide straight back up and locks back in, nice and sturdy. Same with the table, slide straight back in, nice and perfect. The compressor, all packed away in this storage location. If you want to put any more tools or anything in there, you've got plenty of room. These rear toolboxes are a little bit bigger than the other ones, so plenty of room in there for storage. And the fridge, easily slidable in. This isn't a drop slide, this is just a standard slide. So it's the MSA straight slide, just slides straight back in and locks into position. There's a lock here, you can put a padlock on it, but yeah, designed to stay in and stay there. Fridge is bolted down, we bolt these fridges down. Coming around to the other side, we've still got the 360 degree beacons. These are the reverse cameras that I was talking about. There's a camera up here, and there's also a camera straight down here. This one for seeing more of where you're reversing onto for a tow ball, and this one for full display. Cool, coming around this side, again mirror image of the other side with the work lights. Lunar light, national lunar light here as well. And a few more charging points here for an angle, which could be for another fridge, another accessory outlet. The other thing with the customer is requested MaxTrax holders. So we've got these ARV MaxTrax holders where they are easily removable if they need to required to get out of a sticky situation. We've got them mounted in there. Also a theft deterrent if they're on the inside, they can't be easily pinched or taken. So with this unit, it's come from HiDrive, so it's got the HiDrive drawer systems in it. So they're integrated into the Canopy where they do the Canopy build. Really good for storage. You've got the 2 really deep long drawers, and then you've got the 5, we'll say it's like a snack drawer, so it's a lift up, and then you can put all your nuts and bolts or anything you require in there, all your bits, straight into the top there. So you've got the 5 drawers there. This is the slimline side, and this is a longer drawer side. So we managed to incorporate the battery in behind here, and still the shelving for things they want to, longer things or anything they need to store up here. So we just still worked in a way that it would all interact with each other and work as well. We had long conversations with the customer, and they told us their requirements, had meetings and worked out a plan of what we could install. The Canopy doors do also come with central locking units, already integrated into the system, ready to rock and roll. So down here with the BCDC 1250D, we have integrated a solar Anderson plug. Because there's no fixed solar panels on this one, the customer can always put a blanket out into the sun and plug an Anderson straight in there and charge the lithium system through the solar, which is integrated into their units with the MPPT. So it's a really good hidden out of the way unit that's great for solar if you're ever parked up and you want to just charge up the batteries. Alright guys, that concludes another exciting episode of Heiner Builds Your Ride. Hope you've enjoyed it. Remember to like and subscribe, and hope to see you in the next video shortly. She's ready to drive anywhere.